Welcome back. Sports often brings people together, but recently with the coronavirus, people are not encouraged to be in groups and in many cases are not allowed to be together. Our sports director David Edelstein gives us an update on the winter and spring sports seasons that have been suspended, canceled, or delayed.
Over the past 7 days, the world of sports has come to a halt. With the goal of limiting the spread of the coronavirus, the NBA announced Wednesday that it was suspending its season. The New York State Public High School Athletic Association said state games would be played without fans.
It'll be a different story if we have all of our fan base or a quarter of it.
Cooperstown girls basketball won its second sectional title in a row, its fifth in 8 years. Unitigo girls basketball won the Section 4 title for the first time in 35 years. The Hawkeyes and Spartans were set to play each other in the New York State Regional Round this past weekend.
Hopefully we play on Saturday.
On Thursday, all winter sports state games were suspended.
When we first heard, we were so bummed out, tears.
It's a lot. That's pretty much, we're just overwhelmed right now.
It was really abrupt, really fast.
This is the furthest we've been. We made school history and we were so excited, and now it just kind of came crumbling down on us.
In a 10-minute span, our whole basketball season has been flipped from the greatest season we've ever had to almost nothing at this point.
It's terrible to hear, knowing that you might not play your last game and know it's your last game.
You unknowingly played your last game of the season.
It's hard not knowing that your last practice, your last game was going to be your last practice or your last game.
I was keeping my hopes up that hopefully my senior year we could have a chance. Honestly, I'm not ready to let it up yet, let it go. It's more than basketball, really.
And it's more than just basketball that's been affected. Whitesboro boys ice hockey was set to play in the state Final Four. That's also been suspended.
I want to win that state championship.
The Warriors lost in the sectional finals, but this year Section 3 was allowed 2 teams in the state tournament, so Whitesboro moved on.
I think it makes us a little, have a chip on our shoulder.
We're ready to go, and I think we're ready to take it on and hopefully bring the trophy back home.
Whitesboro won its first state tournament game in 17 years. The Warriors one step closer to their first state title since 2003.
It's kind of special to us.
We just played our hearts out like it was our last time because it could have been our last game.
At the moment, that was the Warriors' last game. Whitesboro's state run currently cut short. The NCAA canceled all winter and spring championships, including the men's and women's March Madness basketball tournament and the Division III men's ice hockey tournament.
It did catch us off guard. We thought there might be some postponement. Really disappointed.
Utica College had the top seed after winning the conference and ending the year on a 20-game win streak.
We thought this team was capable of winning it all. We met yesterday on, hey, season's over. And that'll take some time.
Especially for the seniors.
You know, they deserve more than this.
But Heenan says the Pioneers recognize all they accomplished.
There's a lot to celebrate. And they've set, set the tone for, hey, when we come back next year, can we do it again? We're not questioning the decision. We just wanted to play hockey.
The NHL and AHL each suspended their seasons on Thursday as well. The Comets had started the year with 8 straight wins for an undefeated October.
I think the biggest thing is don't be complacent, don't be satisfied for what you've accomplished. It's what's in the future.
In the future would be a lot more team and individual success.
Brogan Rafferty sets a new franchise record for points by a D-man in a single season.
Utica head coach Trent Cole said all season that in a league full of constant adversity, he could only take things one day at a time.
We're more day by day, and we're just one day at a time. Day by day, go to work. It's one of those things that's out of our control as coaches, out of our control as players.
It's not in my control. There's only so many things that are in your control, and so we'll just kind of see how it goes day by day.
And day by day, the Comets' plans changed. The AHL announced yesterday that the season will resume no earlier than May. The league recommended that players return home. The Comets currently sit in 3rd place in the North Division, 2 points behind the Rochester Americans with 1 game in hand, and 1 point ahead of the Binghamton Devils with 1 game in hand. The Major Arena Soccer League voted to end its regular season.
We're building a team that is comprised of players that are going to win a championship.
Head coach Ryan Hall and his team said they had high expectations for the franchise's 2nd season in Utica.
I think I have a really strong team to win it this year.
And the city was living up to expectations. The team was 14-3 until losing 3 games in a row before the regular season was canceled. At 14-6, Utica is tied for second in the Eastern Division and would qualify for the playoffs. Other sports affected include the Empire 8 Conference and the Utica City School District, canceling all spring sports. The National Baseball Hall of Fame has closed indefinitely. Section 3 has suspended all high school sport activities and set spring sports to officially begin April 14th. For teams whose sports are suspended, players say they're holding out hope.
Maybe in some way we can still play.
I love every single one of the people that are on my team, and I just don't want to stop playing with them yet. Fingers crossed.
Reporting in Utica, David Edelstein, Eyewitness Sports.
And joining us now, 2 gentlemen who cross both into sports, entertainment, and even food. Robert Ashes joins us. He's the president of the Utica Comets, also involved in the ownership and operation of Aquavina Restaurant, Babes, and 72 Tavern and Grill, and is working on a new restaurant in North Utica. And that is open to the former, is it Nicky Doodle's location in the spring?
Yep.
And Dave Woods has joined us as the owner and operator of Swifties. Both of you, thank you for joining us tonight.
Oh, thank you.
First of all, when you have the discussions with your staffs, your standard discussions, obviously a rainy day fund and a rainy day discussions are something you always have, but have you ever had to face something as bizarre and as long as something like this coronavirus affecting our community?
Personally, no. I wouldn't say that we've ever really thought that we'd get this type of a restriction on activity, in public, in the business. So, all we can do is hope that the staff and our families have done enough in their own time and with their economic stature to sustain some of what's going on. We are open, and we're serving takeout and delivery. So we're doing what we can to help the employees keep their hours and keep them working. And we're very thankful, even in the first day, that the community support that we've gotten with our takeout orders.
And what about you, Rob?
Well, I think it's the one thing that I think has happened is galvanized not just a region or a state or a country, but a globe. I mean, we're all in this together now, and I think, although it's disheartening for the sports community, the loved ones and your family members are so much more important than anything else. I mean, we're very fortunate to have people like Gary Heenan and Trent Call and some of the great high school sports and youth sports. But again, I mean, it really has galvanized our whole region together. And for me, I think it's definitely challenging times. It's challenging times for all. And I think one way of helping assist that, there's some great locally owned restaurants, Dave's or even Delmonico's and some of the other great places out there. Obviously, we're doing the same thing where we got essentially dark, restaurants with our kitchens open, and we want to make sure that we can fulfill the needs for everybody for their food needs.
And for you, Rob, the Oneida County Executive Anthony Placenti has said that one Utica Comets game can bring in up to $100,000 in sales tax revenue. What are the conversations that you and your team have to have on how to adjust to that and having to postpone games like this?
Well, I think it's detrimental, obviously, from an economic standpoint. But again, the health standpoint is the one thing that I think we're all focused on right now. Economically, I mean, we lost 20% of our season, and I think when you look at that loss, it's significant. And we don't just run the Comets, we obviously run the building and the concessions, so it impacts, we have 470 employees, and when you have to go dark permanently for the time being, although it's a tough pill to swallow, I think it is really, it's paramount to everything that we're focused on, the health and well-being of everybody. And I think that is being a good community person, and I think we got one of the most resilient communities out there.
And Dave, how are you adjusting your staff for moving to takeout only and also looking at hours and how long people work? How is that adjustment going?
The staff, we're very fortunate, is understanding, and we're focused on making sure people are healthy, making sure that people do the right things, sanitation. They've been good about the changes, but it is difficult. It's a small operation, and our staff is like family, so it's hard to
to try and separate how many hours you have and how many people you can continue to have on.
And that adjustment to moving to takeout only, Rob, your restaurant serving free, I believe, to those 12 and under, is that correct?
Yeah, so we wanted to help the kids out because there was a significant challenge. You know, everything's coming so quick and fast, obviously, in this new environment that we're all living in, and it's coming at a lightning speed by the hour. And I think, you know, when everything has a reaction to it, and when you shut down the schools and things of that nature, you know, a lot of those kids rely on that daily cafeteria meal or that lunchtime meal, and I think we wanted to make sure that we were doing our part as a community. We've been very fortunate in 7 years to be in a position to help, and I think that is the one thing that's been the focal point of not just our group of investors with us, but the Auditorium Authority and our staff. Our staff has done, you know, terrific work in really reaching out, and I think the local support that we have here, like I said, I know what we're going through, all of us do, but it's a recession-proof area.
And does this adjust, how does this affect the Nexus Center construction and that entire process?
Well, right now it hasn't impacted unless there's some new rules that come out by the time we get off from the air here. But right now they are outside. You know, there's a lot of space in between them. The iron workers, the foundation workers. It's really going well. The steel started to rise yesterday and today, so that's always exciting. And you know, we have to. This will subside, and we will come out of this. And we have to be prepared that when we do come out of this, that we have an economic impact, and that is what Nexus is. So. Although it's difficult for some small businesses to stall like we have, we still have to be good leaders and look into the future, and I think we got to make sure that we are focused on not just right now, but when we come out, because we're going to need some significant help when we do.
And a question for both of you, but we'll go with Dave first. So I'm sure you've seen in the tri-state area now, restaurants and bars are able to take out alcohol if they are accompanied with a food order, whether it be a delivery or takeout. How has that adjustment gone to being able to serve alcohol, whether it be obviously in a closed container, but that's certainly a change from the initial regulations from the state?
Yeah, it's a change. It's not one that so far we've had too many people take advantage of, I would say, but it is available, and we're, you know, as long as we have it packaged and it's handled properly, then you know, we'll have it for them.
And has that affected your restaurant at all?
We haven't noticed it much yet. You know, I think as we make our way through it, you know, as the new rules come out, I think people will start to get more information out there, and they'll request it. And you know, it's a voting system. Even when you're in a restaurant, you know, they vote for the favorite meal every time they order it. And you know, if this is a requirement that we can do for them, I'm sure they'll vote properly.
And also, since the league is postponed, is it fair to declare the Comets as the league champions for now?
Well, more Utica College than us, but we'll take any accolades at this point, believe me.
And then you mentioned getting out of this. I think that's something that we have to remember, whether it be small businesses or those who live in the county and the state, that eventually this will subside. What are those plans on how to aid you in that process of eventually getting out of this hole that we find ourselves in?
So I think for us, you know, like I'm sorry, I wasn't. I think for us, you know, we're literally are, you know, like Trent Call talked about, we're taking it day by day. I'm not really sure what's going to be coming down the pike here. All I know is, you know, when your moral compass is built around the people of the community, which I think our organization is, everything will work itself out. And I think we just got to be focused on the health and well-being of folks, and you know, knowing that this will subside, and knowing that when we do come out, we got to be ready as well.
Dave?
Yeah, I agree full-heartedly with Rob on that. We've got a real strong community, and we're going to be looking to the community. The community's going to be looking to us to once this does subside, then you know, get people back into normal life. Our kids, our families, our employees, our friends, everybody. This will subside. It's going to take some time. We don't know how long, and we can only find out every day, you know, like something new every day.
Well, Dave Wood and Robert Esch, thank you for joining us here on set, and we will close things out when we return.